How do? My name's Phil Powers, but you can just call me the old man. Some time ago, my wife and I got into a heated discussion. Well, I've been married 30 years and we don't argue. We have heated discussions. And this discussion concerned pain. It's my wife's assertion that if men had to bear children, the human race would have gone away a long time ago. Well, we started going back and forth, and I said, well, listen, honey, men is the brave ones. They were soldiers, and even in the dinosaur times, they went out and killed something and brought it back. And that was brave, and my wife said, yeah, they brought it back so the women could clean it, cook it, and serve it so you guys could sit around the campfire talking about how brave you were. That kind of made me a bit angry, and when I get angry, I get hungry. And the angrier I become, the more hungry I get. Well, it was about lunchtime, and so I thought I'd take a little trip to one of my favorite places, Pepe's All-You-Can-Eat Mexican Buffet. Now, Pepe throws out an amazing buffet. I sat down, had me a margarita, and then I started out with a plate of taquitos. And after that, I had a couple of them enchiladas, and then some tacos, of course, chips and salsa and all that stuff. And I finished it off with a bean and cheese burrito the size of a baby's leg. I don't know if you know anything about what happens to food inside your body, but beans is fiber, and they wants to get out. Cheese, on the other hand, is a blocker, and it wants to make things stay in. That's why they fed soldiers in the First World War in the foxholes cheese, so they wouldn't have to poop much. I'm sure pooping in the foxhole was great for all the other soldiers, too. Well, anyway, I get up, and the rumble has started. I know it's going to be a tough one, and I just hope that I can get home in time. Well, luckily, Pepe's is pretty close to the house, and I only made a couple of wrong turns. And I got home, and my wife is sitting there, and she knows that I know that she knows I'm going to explode. And so I go upstairs and close the door, and I start my breathing exercises based on what I learned at Lamaze classes when my wife was pregnant. And I'm thinking, I'm going to have a baby, I'm going to have a baby, I'm going to have a baby. Well, after about 10 minutes of this, finally, I had liftoff in separation, and that big old loaf went into its porcelain hiding place. Luckily, I had me a hanger next door to the toilet, and I could kind of jam it and make sure it went down. Whew. That was something, all right. Well, I got up and washed my hands and blotted off my sweat from my brow, and then it dawned on me. I was in my form of labor for about 5 minutes, and I passed something that was basically soft. My wife, on the other hand, with our firstborn, was in labor for 18 hours and passed something that was relatively hard and was 14 inches long. I knew it. I hate it when she's right, and frankly, she's right most of the time. I come downstairs, and she's watching one of these baking programs or something, and they're making all these pies and stuff, and she just looks at me and smiles, and she knows that I know that she's smarter than I am. Oh well. Guys, here's a little bit of advice for you. Your life is going to become a lot better when you start realizing that women run everything. They just allow men to think that they do. So here's the deal. Don't compete with your wife. Don't argue all of that kind of stuff. She knows better than you do, whether it's directions or virtually anything else. Kick back. Let her do what she does best, which is take care of things. Since I stopped worrying about my wife and being better or this or that, and I just kicked back, my life got a whole lot better. I just let my wife take care of me. That works. Just take it from the old man. I learned all this the hard way. Now, you all have a good night. And remember, if you can't reach the stars, jump. Hi, this is the old man, and thanks for watching. Now, since I'm giving you all this good stuff, you got to do something for me, okay? You got to share the link. Make sure you push that like button. Subscribe to this channel, because we're going to have new videos coming at you every Tuesday, because I got a lot of stuff I'm going to talk to you about. So you stay tuned. You're going to learn something, whether you want to or not.